Josh from AT&T.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Nice to finally meet you. Here's my card.
Oh, thank you. I have one for you too. Thank you. There you go.
Mind if I have a seat?
Sure, go right ahead.
So how you doing today?
Not too bad. Not too bad at all. How about yourself?
Doing good. How's the business been?
Really good, actually. Business has just picked up recently in the last year. We actually just closed a big deal with ArcelorMittal Steel Company out in Northwest Indiana.
Oh, no kidding.
Just closed a big deal.
Who did you deal with there?
Brandon Ratliff, manager over there. Of the
No kidding. Yeah, he's actually been one of my clients for about 10 years now. So I actually deal with all the clients in there. It's like 500 of them.
Really?
And what I'll do is I'll set up events there and we'll get them new phones, like once every year or two. So
Okay.
That's a small world.
Yeah, very small.
Especially in Northwest Indiana.
Yeah.
So. All right. Before we begin, is it okay if I go over briefly over agenda?
Yeah, that's
what we're
fine
gonna
with
go
me.
over?
And
All right.
do you mind if I take some notes while you're?
Yeah, and Alex should probably take notes too. Is that fine?
It's fine.
All right, thanks. All right, I'm just gonna go over like what AT&T is, what we stand for, and what we have to offer. I'm just gonna ask you a couple questions, figure out what the needs are of your business, what we can make it work, and then we'll offer solutions at the end. So sound good?
Sounds good to me.
Awesome. All right. Well, AT&T, believe it or not, actually goes back to 1876 when the first phone was built by Alexander Graham Bell, and there was two investors that came with it, and those three ended up creating Bell Services. Long story short, end up being AT&T today. The whole motive at AT&T is to rethink possible. We do honestly everything. We do home phone, home internet, home TV. We do cell phones, tablets, computers, gaming. Recently, we just launched a car system where we actually communicate with the dealers. And now a new thing we're gonna be doing is home security, where if you left your house and you forgot to set the alarm, you can actually do it from your phone, which is it's an awesome feature we're launching soon. So
you guys are tapping into everything.
yeah, we like to make people rethink possible, like I said. So another thing too is we have the largest worldwide coverage. So if we have customers that go all the way, to China, let's say, and you had to go out there to close an account, you'll have service out there with AT&T. So you're guaranteed. We're in 502 different countries, so or 205, sorry. So we cover pretty much most of the world. So one other thing too is we have a 30-day guarantee. So if something didn't work out for you, if you tried to even home phone, internet, TV, whatever it is, if it didn't work out for you, we do have a 30-day guarantee, and we'll get you back to where you were. So. Do you have any questions about AT&T before I ask you some other questions?
Yeah, quick question. You said you have the largest worldwide coverage. What do you mean by worldwide coverage? Are you talking just voice? Or are you talking data connection? What are you talking
mainly voice when it comes worldwide. We do offer internet. Say you go to Africa, to call minute-wise, it's going to be like $3 a minute. Data, their packages go up from $20 all the way to like $500 a month. So it ranges when you go worldwide. But when you're in the country, we do offer like the fastest broadband internet. Like compared to like Verizon, they only have one layer of 4G network. We have two. So if you had Verizon, you're calling on a 4G LTE phone, which do you know what that is?
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
Do you have one or no?
Currently, right now, we just have just basic 3G phones.
Just 3G phones. All right. So for example, if you had Verizon and you're using a 3G phone or a 4G LTE phone, if you left a 4G LTE area, you actually would drop the call, and then you'd have to recall them just to connect back to the cell phone tower. Where with AT&T, you don't have to worry about that because we have 2 layers of 4G, which you don't have to worry about losing calls at all. And also, like for a 3G phone on pretty much any network, LTE would be 10 times faster, and our second layer of internet would be 4 times faster. So,
really?
Yeah. So that's if you're using the internet on your phone or anything like that, it's huge. So, do you have any other questions about AT&T before I begin?
No.
All right. Well, if you come with any questions, just let me know. Feel free. I'll be glad to help you out.
Sounds good.
How many employees do you currently have?
We currently, right now, we have 30 employees. 15 of those employees are working under 2 different warehouses, one in Nashville, Tennessee, one in Atlanta, Georgia.
All right.
And then we have 15 traveling salespeople.
All right. So you have 15 salesmen that actually need phones then?
Yeah, that's who.
All right. So the other 15 don't really need phones for?
No, they just work inside the warehouses.
All right. And you said that you have 15 laptop cards? Is that what you said?
We do have the employees that are traveling. They have 15 smartphones.
Smartphones, all right.
And then they also have the 15 laptop card because
All right.
the service with our current provider really isn't up to date.
Gotcha. All right. Now, is responding to your customers' emails while the employees are out of the office important to you?
Yes, it is actually. We can actually take a lot of orders through emails. So for our employees to keep track of the customers, keep track of the orders, they have to constantly check their emails. So like if they're out on a sales call or something, with their current phones, they can't actually go onto their email. They have to wait till they go back into the office to check the email.
Gotcha.
So I would like for them to actually be able to check the email, download the attachments and everything straight from their phone.
Like these attachments, is that like an actual sale that they be emailing you, or
Yeah.
is it?
It's
So
like
you actually can receive email sales over
Yes.
email. Yeah, all right. So well, here's a question for you. What would you do if your employee had a customer email over a sale, but they couldn't get it until they got back to the office? Like, how was that affect you guys?
The sad thing is, if something like that were to happen, we would have, say, if like the employee went out on a daily sales call, 8-hour day, if he got that email throughout the day, he wouldn't be able to actually check it until he got back into the office, because a lot of times the attachments for the emails are too big to download onto the
Yeah,
phone.
on a 3G, especially on a 3G network, I
Yeah,
can
exactly.
imagine.
So they're too big to download onto the phone, so we have to wait till they get back to the office, check the email, and then respond. So that can actually be kind of frustrating for the client.
Yeah,
They might want to
definitely.
answer right away.
Yeah, some people are like, instantly they want to know results. So now, if I told you there was a service for your company to get internet access anywhere, anytime, hitting 4G LTE network, would that interest you?
Yes, it would actually. Yes.
All right. Now, if you don't mind me asking, who do you currently have for cell phone service?
Currently, right now, we have Verizon.
Oh, you do? All right.
Yeah, we have Verizon right now.
All right. If you don't mind me asking too, how much are you paying with them?
Right now, we're paying about $1,000 a month for the cell phones.
Alright.
It includes 15 smartphones, but like they're only 3G. They're not the newest.
Alright.
They're not 4G or anything
Gotcha.
like that. And then we're paying another $600 a month just for laptop cards, so our employees can actually check their emails.
So a total of $1,600.
yeah, $1,600
All right,
total.
yeah, that's pretty expensive.
Yeah, it's a
Um,
little pricey. You're starting to get. Up
So
price.
with $1,600, you're saying you get 15 phones, smartphones, but they're only 3G, and you get 15 laptop cards.
Correct.
And you use those with laptops, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Now, is keeping the cost of your current wireless service important to you?
Yes, I would love to reduce costs if that's all possible.
All right. Well, actually, we have a brochure. I can show you how much it costs. I'm gonna bring out my phone to calculate for you. So right now, using 15 phones, you're saying you're paying $1,000.
Yeah, just for cell phones.
Do you know how many minutes you give that?
I think we're getting right around 6,000 minutes.
6,000 minutes. All right. We have a plan similar to that, a lot cheaper though, so
Okay.
it's good. 15 phones would get you 7,500 minutes. That's $415 a month. Now that doesn't include the data, so the data would be an extra 200. So you're looking at 615. Now, if we minus the 1,000 minus what you're paying right now, so if we do 1,000 minus 615, that's $385 you'd be saving a month.
Oh,
Which,
wow.
if we divide that 385 by 1,000, which get you a percentage, that is 38.5% savings a month, just on the cell phone part.
Just on the cell phones?
Yeah. Now, laptop-wise, or laptop cards, you're saying you're paying $600.
Correct.
Now we offer a plan similar to what I just told you with the 200, so it would only be $200. Which, if you do that, I mean, it's pretty simple math, but 600 minus 400 will get you down to 600 minus 200 will get you to $400 in savings a month, which will get you at 66.67% savings.
So right off the bat, it's definitely.
Yeah, so I mean,
Huge
it's the
savings.
total. If you add those two up, the 385 plus the 400, you're at $785 a month, which is more than half what you're paying right now. Plus, you're gonna have 4G LTE network, plus the other 4G. So you're looking at internet speeds 10 times faster than you're paying right now.
Now with this, with the 4G LTE, would I be able to download email attachments straight to a phone? Like.
Yeah, that's the biggest benefit is if you got a customer or customer email one of your employees a sale, with a 3G phone you're not going to be able to download most likely. With these phones you could download it directly to your phone with that 10 times internet speed. There's some cities because we have 3,000 more cities of LTE than Verizon because they did launch it, but we have 3,000 more cities. With that, there's internet speeds probably like 6 times faster than what your house is, which is ridiculous.
Yes.
So you have no problem downloading emails. You probably wouldn't ever miss one ever again.
So really, I can, with your guys' plan and data and everything like that, I can probably eliminate our laptop cards if I need to.
I'm glad you brought that up. This is our newest phone we brought out. It's called the Galaxy Note. Looks like a tablet. It's the best of both worlds. It's a phone and a tablet, so
Okay.
you don't have to worry about spending an extra $200 and getting laptop cards or tablets. This is it right here. This is your solution.
Really? I haven't heard about
This phone now up front, you're going to be looking at a little bit more expensive than other phones, just because it's the combination of both. But you're going to be saving $200 a month, which over a year, it's a lot of money you're
Yeah,
saving.
definitely.
So.
money I can invest back into our company and everything like that.
Yeah, now like this phone right here, it's got a big screen. We actually have a app that you could do for this. Now, do you ever have clients go out, your sales reps, go out and actually close a sale that day. I mean, I probably doesn't happen too often, but it hasn't happened before.
It does happen. We'll close the sale, like they'll agree to it, but we'll have to wait till the following business day or maybe a couple more days to actually
All
accept the payment through them. So we're actually looking to get into something where we can accept the payment right away, right on the spot. Close
Yeah,
the
because
deal. then.
AT&T, we actually just launched, it's a application and a device, it's called Square. What you do is it's about this big, you just plug it in right here to the data port, and it slots on here, and you actually can slide a card right through it. You get the sale done
And the
just like
payment
that.
will go right there.
Right through it, yeah. It's a free app that you download to your phone that comes with the device.
Now, is there a percentage that I would have to pay to use this app? Like, then,
It's just like a normal credit card machine. You're looking at like 0.2, 0.3 percentage. American Express is a little bit more, but it supports American Express, Visa, MasterCard,
all the major,
Discover,
all
yeah,
the
any major
okay.
card. So that's, I mean, that'd be a huge benefit to you, I think. What would you do with an increase in efficiency and time management for your company? Would that be something that would be good for you, you think?
Yeah, I mean, if we can, like I said, if we can increase, if we can get the sales done right then and there, go ahead with the order, then our employees can move on right to the next sale and possibly close another deal. So it can eventually lead to more sales, more opportunities for us to grow.
Yeah.
So it'd definitely be important for
Well,
us.
so the reason I bring that up, I'll show you the app on here, but I brought this business solution guide for you. I'll let you keep this and hang on to it, but
Okay.
there's a lot of valuable information in here that you can learn everything you need to know. I pretty much covered everything that would benefit you the most, but there's one other thing I want to show you. This right here is their business solution apps. That's what we call them, and basically you can do basically anything. So the squares in here. Now, do you ever are you worried about your clients using the phone personally?
I was actually going to bring that up to yes. Is there a way to actually restrict them from going on social media websites, like things like that? Because I want them to use their work phone strictly for work-related issues, nothing else.
No, I completely understand that's how it should be because you're paying, you're paying $1,600 right now, but
Yeah.
we're going to drop that down to $785. But even that's a lot of money. And we have an app right here. It's called the Travel Tab, or TeleNav. And basically what it is you can track where your employees are at. So if they're saying they're going to, Arsenal Middle, you can see if they're actually there and in that area. Now, we do have an app on here too that's built in. It's called Smart Limits. We can eliminate all the social media. We can make it so they can't download anything. We can block text messages because, they shouldn't really be texting your clients. It would be very professional anyway. They should email, but not text them. So all that we can get done for you within this phone. Another thing too is, do you have like instant payment or anything like that with Verizon, or is there payment? Is it easy to pay with the bill with Verizon, or?
Yeah, we have it's an automatic payment set up through the website. So I actually have to go to the website and it can track everything through there, and I just make the payment.
So you can't do it from your phone though?
No, I cannot.
Because we actually have this app here. It's called My AT&T. If you pull it up here, this is just like a demonstration of it's not a real company.
Okay.
But if you look here, it breaks down how many lines you have by line. You can see when they're eligible to get a new phone. It shows you how much money your current bill is. This right here shows you how many minutes you have left in the month.
Okay.
It shows you your rollover. There's a lot of features that they can go from here, and this is strictly for small businesses. So where you can see that is you see all these apps in here too, built in there. So it's a great app that would be probably really beneficial to you.
Now, when you say rollover, what do you mean by rollover?
Rollover, how that works. So have you ever gone over your minutes on Verizon?
So, a few times, yes.
Yeah, and it's costly. You're talking like 40 cents a minute,
Yeah,
sometimes
exactly,
around
yeah.
there. With this, you start out with 7,500 rollover minutes, and if you went over your minutes, say you used 800 minutes out of the 7,500, you'd eat 500 of those rollover minutes.
Okay.
So you'd be down to 7,000 now. But they regenerate every month. So if you only use 6,000 minutes in a month, you'd have 1,500 rollover. So there's some customers that have like 20,000 rollover minutes.
Yeah.
They never have to worry about going over the minutes.
Does that ever expire or anything like that?
They expire after the year. So in January 2012, you had 1,000 rollover minutes. January 2013, those 1,000 expire.
Okay.
But then they start over again. So it's a constantly thing that builds up. But it's nice to have if you had an emergency month where you're calling a lot. So how's everything sounding so far to you?
So far, it's sounding good. Quick question for you again.
Yeah.
As far as your coverage, what happens if a tower were to go down? Is there any way to track like the tower issues in our area or anything like that?
Yeah, we actually just launched a new system that our engineers used to use, where we could actually tell you where your closest network tower you're working off of, tell you if it's a 4G one, I can tell you if there's a new one being planned. If there was one damaged, I can tell you when it's going to be fixed. So it's a great question you brought up because it's nothing new that AT&T is bringing to all of the employees that we can help out our clients like you. So.
Okay, because I know with Verizon currently, anytime a tower goes down, I'm on with customer service for hours, and it
Yeah.
seems like
Yeah, and
Nothing ever gets
it's hard for
resolved.
them to even figure out. Even like before, even AT&T, it was hard to figure out what tower was down, when it's gonna be fixed, and all that. So
okay.
yeah, that was a great question. Do you have any other concerns with AT&T?
All sounding good to me so far.
All right. Well, as I've shown you, AT&T can benefit your company in many ways. You know, we're going to update your phones to 4G LTE network, get you 10 times faster. We're going to drop your bill down more than half.
Yeah.
I mean, that's one of the biggest things there. We also have the business solution apps for you. With that being said, would you be willing to try a 30-day trial and rethink possible with AT&T?
I would, yes, actually, I would like to definitely get into it. I'd like to get into trial with AT&T. Question though, before we
Yeah.
agree to anything, I would like to keep the same numbers from Verizon. Is that possible to switch
Yeah, oh, yeah.
over to?
Perfectly fine. That's called port your number. We can do that. What we normally do is we'll set up an event, like I was telling you, our submittal. We'll do one at your Nashville, one in Atlanta,
Okay.
and you know whatever employees are there, we'll get them all set up that day. We'll get everything transferred from their contacts. If they want pictures, email accounts, we'll get everything set up for you,
Okay.
and that would be the best bet. So when would you want to set up that up?
As soon as possible. I mean, if you can make it back out here tomorrow, that would be perfect. I would love to just get this rolling and get this going
Yeah,
right away.
definitely. So tomorrow, what time are you thinking?
About noon, right around
Noon?
lunchtime.
All right, perfect. And then what about the Atlanta one? When would you want to do that one?
Say next week.
Next week. All right. So you want to say like the 5th, possibly?
Yeah.
All
that's
right.
fine.
So the 5th noon again.
Yeah, same time.
Perfect. Awesome. Sounds good.
Okay.
And I'll see you then.
Yep,
And
sounds good.
welcome to the AT&T family.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks.